All right. Trade, 4, 7-Eleven, the deuce, and the nine. Hoover hey to the culture enthusiasts, the Hoover Knights, the Hoover Collective, and to the people. Here we are. Here we are, people. Let's get this in, man. Let's do what we do. Like I said, man, what we do, man, is important. I think it's relevant to the point where we do this enough, often enough, and we're consistent. We mean what we say and do what we mean. We're going to change social media. I trust that. I trust it. You know, I've noticed that a lot of phrases we use, a lot of, PowerPoints, just good phrases, positive phrases, man, people are starting to use. That's fine. These podcasts can use that. That's what it's for, man. Hopefully they get to the point where they start using, it for real. And I don't mean just the phrases, but the ideology, the concept, the purpose of the get out. So, this is what we're hoping for, and hopefully we'll get what we're striving to get, man. A lot was said to me today about a lot of things, man. I just want to say, man, again, people focus on the focus. We see how degenerate this get down is becoming, man, and it's not healthy. I mean that, man, in the spiritual sense more than any other way. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna leave it at that. It's not healthy, man. It does no one any good. You know. That said, listen, man, I'm glad you all are here. Again, man, there was a grand rising, man, and I say that because here I am, there you are. That's a good look. What you've done with your day, man, matters. All right? Remember that. It matters. It matters. You got to make it matter to you first. That's where it counts first. What are you doing? What are you thinking? What are the words coming out of your mouth? What are your actions that you put before others to see? How do you expose yourself? All this stuff matters, man. It's like I said, this is about our salvation, bro. This is about our salvation, sisters. This is some real stuff. We got to get to the point where we understand that everything we do has a cause and effect. And like Hoover Joe said, sometimes consequences aren't always bad. That's the truth. But let's be mindful of what we're doing, so that we understand those consequences that will be coming down the pipes at us, man. We want them to be positive. No one in their right mind would want to want to receive negative consequences. Don't want nothing negative coming out. I don't care how hard you think you are. That's the truth. That said, I want to send a shout out to Pope Mitchell, man. Pope Mitchell Podcast TV. Hey, brother, do the damn thing, all right? See, this is what we're talking about. Get in there. Get into space, y'all. It don't cost you nothing to really do this, man. Do it from your phone. But get into space, man. And everything you kick out, man, into this space, let it be positive. Let it be inspiring, uplifting, Let it go to those who need it most, man. Because I'm telling you, we need some love, homie. We lacking. We lacking so bad, man. It just shows, man. Sometimes, these brothers can drop content and not say a word. Just show what you're showing, and it's bad enough. It speaks for us. It will speak for itself. But hey, man, shout out, man, to Pope Mitchell Podcast TV, brother. Great job, man. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. The more you do it, the better you'll feel about doing it, man. You'll relax and get it in, man. Get it in, man. Proud of you, bro. And I'm hoping like heck, man, you've inspired another soul. All right? So let's look at it like that. Let's deal with it just like that, man. Get it in, all right? James Cash, what it do, bro? I see you, man. I saw you in the chat before I even started, man. I sent you one right back, bro. I see you. Love and respect, home. Love and respect. But anyway, he's saying, man, I appreciate you, brother. Keep pushing your message and mission. I love you, big cuzzo. Peace to all of the Hoovers, Crips, Pyrus, and Bloods. Point blank. Black fists up high. One. Real spit, man. This is the message we need to get out, man. We can't be our own worst enemies, man. We got to stop this stuff, man. There's too much going on in the world. There's too much to live for. Let me put it to you like that. There's too much to live for, man. We need to be getting a bar of this life, man. Living. We're not in this get down, man. We need to get in this get down, people. It's just some real stuff, man. And hit that like button, like the loved one said, man. Like, subscribe, share. You know, like, subscribe, and share this get down, y'all. And again, let's get Poke Mitchell Podcast TV out there. Like, share, and subscribe to that as well. I want to send another shout out, man. Coach Zoe, I saw your get down day, your tribute to Raymond Washington. I saw it, man. I appreciated seeing that, man. And I hope a lot of others who saw it appreciated it as well. Keep doing your work, man. You're doing a good job. Appreciate you in the space. We appreciate you in the space, man. Okay, Wild Bunch, 11 dudes who would say, Bub, they talking about you on No Jumper. You seen it. No, I haven't. I, man, I'm telling y'all some real stuff. I'm not concerned with No Jumper or nobody else. I'm what I'm concerned with is what y'all see me involved in. That's my concern. That's my focus. This is my direction. You know, uh, they do what they do, man. We don't approve of it. We don't appreciate it, but they do what they do. Not worry about No Jumper. Nobody else, homie. That's real. You know, um, more than likely somebody gonna send me the link. Gonna send it to my phone. I'll check it out. But other than that, I don't go searching for nothing. I'm not. I'm not concerned with nobody over there, bro. I mean that. I mean that. Real Young T, damn first live I've been on. Hey man, appreciate you coming. First time for everything. Better late than never. You're welcome, homie. We love to see you in the get down. Hope you come back, man. Get some. We hope first and foremost that you get something from this get down. That in some way, man, it inspires you. It gets you to thinking like a human being, like a man, like a black man. So you're more than welcome to be here. We appreciate your presence, man. Hey, enjoy the get down. If you got anything worthwhile saying, again, your first time here on the live, keep it respectful. Keep it above board. If you have anything you want to share that affects you, those you love, come on in the chat. Come on in the chat, brother. You're more than welcome, all right? Yeah. All right, I'm gonna say this, James. Okay, you say, you say F them and let them talk. Always knew one thing. If you ever talk about a brother or sister behind their back, it better be positive. Otherwise, address them as an adult, face to face, and converse. That's all I've been saying for the last month to individuals. Hey, man, go ahead and sit down. That's how you're supposed to do that. That's how we should do that. We don't never air out dirty laundry. And that, again, that don't just go for Hoover. That go for any black person, man or woman. You got an issue with somebody, man, come on, take that issue up with that individual. Don't call nobody else, say, hey, man, I got an issue with so-and-so, and she said, hey, call the individual. Do your homework. Hey, you got something you want to say to me? We could talk. See, we have to be open to communication. A lot of brothers and sisters think communication don't exist, that there's no use for it. Wrong. A lot of use for it. A lot of use for it. But yeah, man, so that's what it is. And we're going to do, like I say, what we going to do. That's all we do. That's all we're going to do. Hustletown, USA. You say love to have from Houston too. Hoover HCG, well, excuse me, Hoover. Phi Deuce HGC. Much love, OG. Much love back. Yeah, I got this hat. Damn, I forgot where I got it. But I know I liked it when I seen it. I said, let me get this hat, man. I forgot where I got this hat from, man. But I barely wear it. It's still fresh, too. Nice hat. Nice hat. Los Angeles 213. All right, all right, all right. Salute back to you, Delvin King. Delvin Knight. Salute back to you. There you go. James Cash, man. Y'all see the chat, man. I'm going to get to the point where a lot of this stuff I won't read because I'm understanding that the chat community sees what I see, and it's a good thing that you guys are all in here and you're communicating back and forth with one another, touching bases, you know one another, or you're getting to know one another. That's the whole get down. That's the whole get down. You're touching bases with the people. That's the whole get down. And like I say, it's all right if other people want to, use these phrases and, just get down this ideology, this concept we trying to push. You're more than welcome. You are welcome. Use it by all means. Anything you can get positive from this get out, take it and run with it. Take it and run with it. That's what you do. All right, all right. Five deuce. Fig faces. H's to the groove. All right, man. What up with you, Mr. Fantastic? You know how we do. You know how we do. Fact spitter. Sup? You know what happened to the Hoover member that was on that War Stories documentary? I'm not sure you know, I know what you're talking about, brother, so I can't address that. All right. I can't address that one though. Shoot first. Got a question, champ. Which would progress the homies more financial literacy or utilizing the power of our vote starting locally? Huh. There we go. See, that's what I'm talking about. um, See, here's the thing. I think when we're talking about financial literacy, a lot of us don't understand that. So that's not something we count dollars. We know how to count our dollars and stuff, but we don't spend them correctly. We don't invest them right. So financial literacy is something we may have to learn or get to the point, where we can understand it better so that we can utilize that concept, financial literacy. The vote is tricky. The vote is tricky, man. I'm not really a supporter of the vote. I understand how it works. Um, the fact of the matter is, though, we can do some things in terms of the vote and get people in seats, the assembly, city hall, wherever we need these seats to be filled by our people, to take our agenda forward. So I'm kind of more right now at or supporting our voting power, our power to utilize the vote. We make it work for us. A lot of stuff we have to understand in terms of the vote is just a vote. It don't really mean nothing on the federal level, for real, for real. But when we're talking about the state level or the city level, these are things, man, we can have a say in, for real. We can actually get involved in that. I've supported. I've actually even toyed with the idea of being, but I kind of think, at some point, somehow, somewhere, they'll find a way to get me out of that. Talk about my record. Okay, yeah, I've done all that. But I've just had that discussion with a few heads before, not just me per se, but again, I say this and I'll say it again and again and again till it hits home. We have some intelligent brothers and sisters out there, some of which are actually politically motivated. They sharp. They are sharp. They are sharp in terms of politics. These are the people we need to start speaking to, and let's hear their idea. Let's hear what they have to say about these seats, at City Hall or anywhere, City Council, anywhere that we can, help them get to where they need to be to bring our agenda to the forefront. I'm not against our voting power. I'm just understanding that when we're talking about another level, in terms of like the president or something, that shit don't matter. It don't really count. But city council, city hall, mayors, and all this, yeah, let's shake it up. I'm with that. I am with that. Whatever it takes, let's get up in there. Let's get into the halls of power. They already got us in the streets, man. We know the streets, the ins and outs of this shit. Excuse my language. We know the streets. Now let's get to know political power. Let's get to the point where we can see what the halls of power look like so we can come back to the community and say, this is what is really going on. And this is how we, get into this, get out. I support that wholeheartedly. I support that wholeheartedly. And again, we have individuals, not just from Hoover. Let me make this absolutely clear. In this respect, I'm not just talking about Hoovers. I'm talking about brothers and sisters, period. I don't care where you from or where you ain't from. We have intelligent minds, man, and we have to start allowing or not allowing. We have to start talking to these minds and letting them know we support them. What can we do? What can we do to get you in the seat of power, knowing that we got you there and you're there, you're on a mission, not your mission, our mission. It's a lot, man, to be not just said, but done in that sphere, in that environment, that political arena, man. It's wide open and we're lacking. Our presence is lacking in the political arena. It's lacking and it's sad. It's sad. I don't care what the demographic look like. We the ones we know. We done been through what others cannot profess or claim to have been through. Don't nobody know it better than us. We know the politics in and out, man. You know, we're so bored, man, or we're either ignorant, we done forgot what the get down really is that we practice this stuff on each other, but on such a low level, on such a, like I said, it's just a low level, man. It's sad. Let's get into the halves of power. I'm with you on that, bro. I'm gonna move on, man. And we got any ideas and solutions, we can have a discussion about that. Let's get on top of that. That's something worth going after. That's something worth going viral. Yeah. City council, city hall. Let's run it. Let's run it. From LA to Gardena, Watts, Compton, Inglewood. Don't matter. Let's get in there and push our agenda and stop letting others push agendas for us. Yeah, I'm with you, man. But again, find that right quick, financial literacy, we have to learn that for real. We have to learn it. We've been separated from understanding how the dollar works and how it can work for us. Our ancestors knew that shit in and out. That's why they were able to have Black Wall Streets and banks and all this stuff. They knew it good. They knew it well. We got that knowledge. We just got to tap into it. So there that is, man. I think we need to really start addressing that. That's worth the conversation having. That conversation is worth having. We should do that. All right, Al Thomas, man, I see you, bro. Glad to see you in the get down, as always. Good evening and peace, bro. And peace to the chat. B1 equals black first. We got to start saying that more often. We got to start saying that more often. I said, and again, I say all the time, power is in the people. All we got to do is realize we have it so we can start exercising, utilizing our power, not against each other. Ain't getting us nowhere. But imagine, man, this energy that we see being displayed against one another, taken to another level where that energy is being directed towards, the system, on this level, city, the state, imagine that. Imagine that energy, man, in the halls of power. We ain't having no funnies. We ain't having no funnies, man. They'd be quick to say, all right, we going to get y'all, what y'all want? Just leave. No, we ain't going nowhere now. We here, man. We ain't going nowhere. Matter of fact, y'all might be the ones up out of here. I'm serious, man. I'm laughing, but I'm serious, man. I'm laughing because it's not funny, but just the joy of that. Can you imagine the joy? Come on, man. Shit. Nothing, man. Nobody could say to us, man. Ain't nobody do nothing to us, man. We're going to do it to ourselves. We're going to do it to ourselves, man. That's the only way something bad going to happen to us. Come on, man. Anyway, peace to the chat, man. I appreciate seeing everybody in here right now. I see, man, this is the thing. And I'm thinking about the brother again, man, Poke Mitchell. Let's support that brother, man, and others like him. Coach Zoe, man, from Raymond. Go check it. The man ain't on no funnies. The man is not an idiot. He's an intelligent brother. And when we got any sisters out there want to do this thing, man, get involved. Because this is the only way we're going to be able to fight them. See, we're a community now. I don't care where you're from. If you're tapping in here and any of these other podcasts or platforms that speak positivity and uplifting the people, you're part of that community. And then, like I said the other night, y'all got to prepare. We got to get ready because war is coming. Matter of fact, I take that back. War is here. We have to prepare, man, to do battle. And not against each other. Chances are we might have to have a few skirmishes with our own just to get it right. Just to set it right, man, on that road, man, so we can get it on. More than likely, that's going to happen. That's going to happen. But for the most part, man, let's get to this real fight. And it ain't about us really against each other, man. It's about all these distractions put in front of us, from the drugs, man, to mental health, alcoholism, to poverty, man, the homelessness, the unemployment, man, skillless and having no skills, no education. All this stuff, man, plays into the position that we find ourselves in. We have to start combating this stuff. All right, real spit. We have to start combating ourselves, combating this issue to do better for ourselves. Let me put it to you like that. Hold on, people. I got a phone call. What it do, bro?
What it do, big bug?
Oh man, I'm on the get down right now. Trying to go all in.
I'm watching it now.
Oh, there you go. All right. So you calling for a reason? What's happening? You want to talk?
Yes, I am.
You want to?
Look,
All right. All right. And then this
I
is
got
one.
Hola Ray right here, too.
And you got Hola Ray. This Big Pete and Hola Ray, man. And they wanted to have a say in this get down right now. And I know it go without saying it, but I gotta say it. I'd be remiss if I didn't say this to you brothers before you get started. Keep it above board. No disrespect. No disrespect about nobody and whatever the hell is going on outside of this platform. All right.
Yes.
Let's speak
Yes,
truth
yes.
to power, though. Go at it.
Yes.
What's on your mind, Big Pete?
We just come in and check in on you about a little issue, though.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Saturday. You heard about some Saturday?
Yeah. I'm gonna pull up on you though for sure. Yeah.
We're gonna be there then.
Yeah.
Just checking in to make sure, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up. Yeah, I plan to pull up.
With that being said, yeah, man, we watching, man. Nothing but being proud of you.
Yeah.
Real. I know there's a lot of negativity out here, bro.
Always.
That bullshit, homie.
Always.
But, you gotta let that shit go over your head, man. Because motherfuckers, got a lot of misery in their lives, so this is their life, this internet shit.
Yeah.
Straight up.
And that's sad, bro. It's so much going on.
That's the reality of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I'm gonna hit you with the real though. If you ain't got, if motherfuckers ain't hating on you, you ain't must not be doing something right.
Well, and again, I've said this to the people, to the chat, man. I'm not worried about it. You know what I mean?
I understand.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because that's just another part of that distraction, bro. They're trying to keep you, off balance.
It's all about distraction.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want to deal with reality.
Yeah.
It's easy to deal in fantasy.
Yeah. Real spit. Real spit.
Gotta remember though, we in LA, Hollywood, everybody want to be an actor, bro.
There you go. And we know actors are phonies. They faking. That's all a show. That's a show, man. Them ain't them real people, man.
It's old heads, man. It's a clown show to us,
Yeah, I hear you, bro. I hear you.
Straight clown show. Like, man, dude, y'all not even like that. Stop playing that.
Yeah. All right. Calm down.
All right, big bro. We was just checking in, though.
Now, y'all my big bros. No, never, bro. Yeah, man. Sometimes we do. See, that's what we good for. We show that love, man. I love you, bro. I'll see y'all in a little bit.
Yes, sir.
All right. Hey, y'all got any shots out for anybody? Anything positive y'all want to say to the people, man? Because we touch your bases with the people.
All the homies out there and everybody else. So
Yeah.
just keep it cool.
Yeah. All right. What you got, Hola?
Huh?
What you got to say, man? You good?
Pretty much, hey, don't get too caught up in this internet world, people.
Yeah.
Keep this in perspective,
Yeah. Real shit.
Some real shit, man, because there's a lot going on, man. And people need to understand there's some shit going on, and I'm talking about on the higher level, on the federal level and the state level, that's going to affect us as a whole in the next couple of years as an Olympics approach.
Come on, man.
Coming to the city of LA. You hear me?
Come on, man. Wake up.
People going to jail.
Yeah.
Pay attention. They're going to start sweeping.
Yeah.
They got to get the city ready. So y'all stay on the bullshit, but they got a plan right now, a big plan to clean these streets up. So just keep that in mind. Be mindful of that.
Yeah. Real stuff, bro. Real stuff.
Love you, boy. Be good, homie.
Love y'all too, homies. Love and respect. All right, y'all. H's.
What's up? What's up?
That was Big Pete and Hola Ray, man. Like I said, man, a lot of older brothers, man, actually displeased with a whole lot. And when we talk about displeasure, we're speaking about the community, but at the same time, I think as a whole, because, no matter how a lot of us want to separate ourselves from the rest of everybody else, the fact of the matter is we're all connected. We're all intertwined. We're all related. It's the same get down. We're the same species. We're the same people. We this, So when you hear these brothers talk, man, they're not just talking about what they see as destruction or what they see as bad or negative on art in our community. They're talking about it as a whole, man. And I feel safe saying that for them because I know that's what it is. I speak to these brothers quite often. So that being said, we appreciate y'all coming on to Get Down, Hola. Pete, thank you, man, for showing up, man. All love and respect. All right. Vu, what it do, homie? Love you, homie. Love you, homie. Another brother, man. Just have grown. Need you out here, man. Free voodoo. Fig faces, damn groove. We need to get back to the days when we was the most known unknown. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. I saw something, that day, but that's some real spit, homie. Again, yeah, that you speak about our community and we respect that. We love the fact that, that's being out there now. But I'm telling y'all, this is some real stuff. Don't think it's not like no one's saying let's get our shit together and damn everybody else. It doesn't work like that. It does not work like that. You might do good for yourself, but outside the fringes of your perimeter is a lot of mess going on. And if we're not willing to help others to accomplish what we're trying to accomplish, reach goals, man, that are worthwhile, guess what? It's going to go bad. It's going to go bad all over again. So there's some changes I'm going to make, especially when I come into this Get Down, man, because I think these changes are worthwhile. I'm not scared to make these type of changes because I think they're needed. I'll show you better than I can tell you. All right, let's put it like that. But expect these changes, and these changes, they affect everybody. It's for everybody. So that's it. Let's move on. Brian Henderson said I should have little Scooby. He has great stories of real Hoover history. That's the loved one, man. I ain't seen him in a couple of months, man. I hope you well, Lil. I hope you're doing good, bro. But again, that's the call he have to make. Like I said, this platform, man, yeah, you can't come on this platform BS, man, being disrespectful. So I can understand why some won't. I'm not having it. We shouldn't tolerate it. You guys shouldn't tolerate it. So if brothers want to come and spin a story, man, and share some history, man, that's above board, they're more than welcome. They are more than welcome. And I mean that. Ain't got to be no old heads. These young cats, like I say, man, I know they got dreams and ambitions. They have to have goals, homie, other than getting up in the morning, going hanging out in the street all day, waiting for something to happen. So, Frederick has to be, man. How you doing, bro? Salute back to you. On the Grind TV. The best thing a black family can do is purchase life insurance that accumulates. You can borrow money off the policy. Hashtag financial literacy. Yeah. We know something about that. Yeah. It's a good thing, too. Yeah. Jabarni, there you go. I see you, man. Thanks for coming to the Get Down again. Greetings and love to you as well, bro. Glad to have you in the chat. And happy Emancipation Day to our Caribbean family, the Caribbean version of Juneteenth. Real spit, homie. Salute to the Caribbean, man, and their Independence Day. Their Get Down, man. A lot of, we all over the world, man. We're all over the world. And we all have stories to tell. We all have experiences. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the experiences could seem the same, but the perspective is always going to be different. They'll be able to tell you a little more in depth about their experience. They'll be able to share it in such a way you'd be like, whoa, shit, I thought this was bad, you know what I'm saying, back in the day or whatever it was. But to hear other stories about the experience, come on, man, mind-opening. Mind-opening. Paperboy say yes, more voting in city and state elections. It's much more important than voting for the president. It carries more weight, because on that level, on those levels, city and state, they have to answer. They have to answer. The people can do a recall on a person, on a politician quick. If they feel like the agenda that we set him in that seat to take care of and handle is not being handled and taken care of, we call him. We call her. Get him out the way. And again, have someone in place to fill that seat that's going to represent the people, that's going to represent the community as a whole. I think that's just so important. That's so important. We need to reach the halls of power, people. We need to reach the halls of power. Russell Peterson, I see you. I love you as well, G. Always respect too, bro. Always. On the Grind TV, the person who represents your district is the one who you could actually write and reach. I'm down. I've done it before and got a response. Yeah, your constituent. Excuse me, people. Sounds so bad. Your constituent has to respond to you. Now imagine, just for instance, all the people in this chat, we write a letter. We start from the top to the bottom. Whoever the assembly person is, that council person or the mayor, and say, hey, you know what? This is what we need to see. And we need to see this in the next amount of time. We need to see you on it, speaking about it on the news. If not, we're going to unseat you. We're going to campaign against you. Okay, how many other people you got running with you, voting for you, but we're going to go to war against you for that seat. Yeah, them letters should be coming in. You need to give a description in terms of how to write that letter, bro, how to address it properly so that it gets to where it needs to get, and the issues that need to be discussed in that letter. You can give an idea, an idea of what should be said or how it should be said, to garner the response you want. Because if we write these people, yeah, we want a response. I just had thought it's just like, and I don't mean, bring prison into this, but it's like in the joint, you get a letter or you write a letter to somebody, you want a goddamn response, you want a response, same here, especially when we're dealing with politicians, most of which are corrupt. This is why we need to have, this ground root, this from the dirt type of get out, our people. Come from where we come from to represent us, man. It's important. Very important. A lot of these people in office, we don't know them. That could be because, they didn't grow up in the city we grew up in. Or it could be because we're so distracted from what's going on in the political sphere that we're not mindful of who these people are and where they come from. It could be our fault just as much as it is the fact that they come from somewhere else looking at it as an opportunity to exploit. One thing's for sure, a lot of these politicians line their pockets. And that need to be stopped. So we need our people in there, man. We need to start discussing these types of things. These are the types of things we should be discussing. Again, we got intelligent brothers and sisters, man. Ain't no reason in the world that they shouldn't be vying for these seats, man. There's nowhere in the world, man, it should be anything other than that, man. Straight up. BWFII, BWFII. I guess, it could be a synonym or something, all right? But an acronym, excuse me. But I don't know what this is, but BWFII twice. Every bank has a financial literacy person or whatever that will speak in group sessions for free. These ideas is coming in. Now we start putting forth ideas like this. That means now we got to start committing to some stuff. We got to start making commitments. That means now, for real, or you involved or you ain't. You talking a good one or you ain't. So this brother, he said, hey man, all banks or every bank has a financial literacy person who can teach you this stuff so that we get an understanding of what financial literacy really is and how we can make our money work for us. Not the banks, but for us. That we need this information, man. He just gave it to us. Hey, I bank with Chase. I'm gonna have to call Chase. Hey, man, I need to learn more. I need to get, financial literacy under my belt. I need to learn more about my dollars, and what I can do with my dollars. I don't want just my money sitting in your bank and I'm not getting no benefit from it. You're reaping interest off my money. I'm not getting a dime. So yeah, there has to be ways, certain systems, things we can do with our money that actually benefits us, that actually would pay us back interest for, its holding or its use, in its bank. Yeah, I'm with that. Tupac lives on. Financial literacy without political power equal you build, but your neighborhood still gets gentrified. We just speaking about two things right now: financial literacy and politics. Yeah, they go hand in hand. They go hand in hand. That's hand in glove right there. Hand in glove, man. So yeah, we need both. We need both. And I was first to admit that we need both. We need to understand financial literacy as well. We need to be in this thing called politics. We can learn both. Something we put under our belt, something we can actually utilize that'll benefit us. I like how you put that though. Tupac lives on. That's from Tupac Lives On. Y'all see that? That's some real stuff, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, man. I'm telling y'all, man. Really, we could say this is a messed up time, to be alive, But again, man, I don't subscribe to that frame of thought, that frame of mind. I think this is a great time to be alive. I think this is the time. We're here right now while all this stuff is going on for a reason. We're in this moment for a reason. Either we're going to share to get off the pot, And again, man, a lot is going on to distract us. Can't take a decent shit. So we get off the pot. Hey, man, a lot is being done. A lot is being put before us, in front of us to distract us from the real goals. The real goals, man, of the people, of individuals and the community. We got to get past this stuff, y'all, so we can do what need to be done while we living. So when we gone, those coming up behind us will have a foundation, a base to work from. Little do we realize or do we accept or appreciate that all them brothers and sisters 50, 60 years ago, 60, 70 years ago, 70, 80 years ago, did all the work that they did to build up all that they built. And we took none of that with us. We exemplified none of that as a unit. Yeah, we got some individuals, man, that do their damn thing, that do the damn thing. But as a unit, we don't have nothing. We don't got no banks. We don't have our own schools, hospitals, grocery stores. After all that work they did, all they went through to do that, to know that it got snatched from them because it was a threat to the system that was already in place. To let that just fall by the wayside, man, we ought to be ashamed of ourselves. And again, I'll be the first one to admit it. Yeah, I'm ashamed of my actions. But I'm willing, man, to set some stuff straight. Like I say, but by the time my time is up, yeah, I have a legacy before this one I'm trying to etch in stone right now. Both of them going to live on. One is to show what you can come from. And the one, man, that I'm striving for now, is the one that's going to, be the one that gives that example, of what positivity is and what it can do. We should all think like that. Yeah, we all have a past. We've all been through we all have had experiences that have affected us in one way or another, that, we had consequences that a lot of us can't understand, how we got over them, or how we made it through. But here we are. It's a reason for that. Let's set something in place to where, man, we can be proud of what we've done before our time is up. I mean, not just proud because, I did this, but proud because we left something that others can say, this is my people left me. We're gonna elevate this. Let's focus on the focus. Let's focus on the focus, people. There's too much going on in real life for us to be on this. This shit is crazy. It's crazy. Man, King Kong ain't got nothing on this. On the grind, TV's telling that Brian Henderson, excuse me, that he not interested, bro. Not, you talking about little. So yeah, and I'm well aware of that. I'm well aware of that. More power to the brother though. Like I said, man. What up with it, boss Klaus, man? Big ups, homie. How you doing? All right, Mr. Fantastic. He says black unity is key. Anything else is consistent failure. Y'all should read that again and again. It is key. I've said this. I don't care, man, who they talk about in history. I don't care. The greatest person ever lived. I don't care. The richest man ever lived. Didn't do that by himself or herself. No one, no, I don't care what they tell us, man. No one accomplishes anything by his or herself without the help, love, support, even the jealousy, even the envy and the hate. It's a motivator for some. You know what I mean? So ain't no one has done anything by themselves, bro. We need each other to get done what need to be done. I go out in the chat and I say to y'all all the time, hey man, where's the platform? Did you start one yet? We need more of this to combat the stuff we watching, man, every day. Every day, like I said, it's 10, 20 new episodes of some more BS. We need 5 or 6. Let's start off like that, man. Let's create a community, man. Let's recreate our community. Let's restructure our community, man. Let's start here, and let's get to a point where we're not just talking about some stuff. We got information in here, man, about financial literacy. We have information in here about voting, man, and politics, man. We have information in here about blackness and unity. Let's start focusing on the focus. Let's get done what we need to get done. I'm with that. I'm with that. All right. I'm gonna say this in all due respect. In all due respect, because like I say, we've given it too much attention. We're done with all this back and forth with anybody. Hoovers, Bloods, Crips. We're done. We're done. Let's leave this. This no longer has a place in the chat, people. All right. If that's what y'all want, then you go start a platform and that's what y'all talk about. But from now on, y'all, look, all BS aside, like I say, some changes, man, need to be made so that people understand we serious. And like I said, I love my community. It's stuff I say that might offend others. I'm gonna knock that off. I'm gonna knock that off because it's all inclusive. Yeah, that is what it is back there. But when I get down, man, in terms of what I'm trying to spread and give to the people, impart to the people, it's all inclusive. We'll make some changes just so that it's known that I mean what I say. All right. And I'm saying what I mean. We're going to change some stuff. And I love, like I said, I love all my homies. I love all y'all. I love all y'all, man. But let's do better. Let's be the example. Let's set these trends, man, that matter. Let's put the ones that really count in the forefront. All this other stuff, we know this, man. This is our community, it's our tribe. But the stuff, we got to stop it. Because we're feeding the beast. We're feeding the beast or we're eating from his plate. Either or, it's no good. So we're gonna end that, all right? I'm talking to you, Wes. Anybody else that come in, I'm gonna X that stuff out, man. And if you keep coming back, then I'm gonna X you out of the get down because the get down need your positivity. It needs your energy, man, in the right place. It needs your energy and these discussions about how the hell we can get to the point where we're doing better as individuals and as a community, as a people. That's just straight up, bro. Straight up, all right? And like I say, in all due respect, but that's the end of that, all right? We're not gonna do this. Lisa Moore, she said, hey, Big Bub and brothers and sisters in the chat, hey to you. Hey to you. All right. You know, look, like I said, people, y'all know what it is, man, and we got to stay on this get down because it's a lot at stake. Somebody just said, I think it was Big Peter, Holloway, they said, man, and I've said it, and others said it before me, and after me, it don't matter. We all saying it. Shit is going on we're not even aware of. That's gonna hit us like a ton of bricks when it fall. And ain't no telling what that casualty rate is gonna look like. But it's gonna exist, it's gonna happen, it's gonna be something that's real because we are not prepared. You know, so let's just get ready, man. Let's get ready for the real. Let's get ready for this real fight, man, because it's here. It's already here. Al Thomas said voting locally has more weight for us in his humble opinion. I agree, though. I agree because, like I said, um, they're more emboldened to you. They have to address you. You are a constituent. You are someone who either put them in that seat or can take them out of it. You know what I mean? Especially in whatever districts or voting blocks they use to seat these people on the city council, the city assembly, or the mayor. You know, so yeah, you know they have to address you. They have to, pay attention to what it is you're saying. Hey, small fry, I see you, homie. I see you, homie. Yep, we got to stop feeding the beast, homie. Either stop eating from his plate, either or. Much love to you as well, small fry. Hope you're doing well, bro. So shoot first say at AI, yeah, I feel the economic/financial literacy comes first because without funding, you can't properly plan ahead on some longevity stuff, Joe. You got to have some type of financial, get down the back, whatever you plan to do. I was sitting up today at work, man, thinking about that, man. Okay, we can have some plans. We can, know exactly what the hell we talking about. But actually, it's not going to get off the floor, off the ground, if we have no financial backing, nothing to back up what we're saying. In fact, if we don't have the money to even initiate the get down, the start of this get down, we just got a plan. That's we just have a plan. It's not going to do us no good if we don't have the financial wherewithal to make that plan work, to kickstart it, to get it up and running. We got to have that. Fraily boy. He said, I'm P Funk. I like your podcast. Respect it. Please, please, please don't get in the gutter with dude whack. Lay down with dogs, you come up with fleas. Keep doing what you're doing and don't go for it. I already know, homie. You know, look, like I said, man, I didn't say what I said, man. We're moving on. We're moving on. Appreciate the advice. Poke Mitchell, man, I see you now, bro. Yeah, I checked the get down out today, man. I checked out a few of them, as a matter of fact. Like your get down, man. I like it. Come on into this play, man. Make it happen. Make it happen, bro. Yeah. Poke Mitchell podcast. Say what it do, bub. My video I did was inspired by your presence. Much respect and shout out to Under the Groove. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you like you appreciate me, homie. And let's make this thing happen. Like I said, man, bring it in. Bring that content in however you need to do it, man. I've already subscribed to you. Get down. I liked it. I shared it. All right. At Poke Mitchell Podcast TV, people. Let's start getting in there, man. Let's start getting in there and helping this brother, man, build this platform up. If it's about positivity, let's support it. Straight up. That's all we want to do, man, is support those who support positivity. You remember, y'all, that's what we own. We don't own nothing else. Nothing else matters, actually. Nothing else matter, man. We already know what's gonna happen with the negative, man. We already know what's gonna happen with the negative. It's gonna stay negative. It gets worse as you go. Trust me. It gets worse as you go. So if you're not on the positivity, if you're not on the prosperity, if you're not on the productiveness, if you're not on posterity, and if you're not on the people, you're not on the get down. You're not with the get down. You're in the way. 5 P's, man. The 5 P's, man. Let's put that stuff in action. Let's put it in motion for real, for real. For real, for real. So, hey, Poke, man, do your thing, brother. Love, respect, and I support you. Now, go for anybody willing to do what's right. Do the right thing. Do the good thing. Leave some more trust and will good insurance company to look into. A trust and will good insurance company to look into. Post greetings, love. All right. All right, Lisa Moore. You're saying trust and will good insurance company to look into. Find a good insurance company that has a trust or a will that you can establish and put your money into. That what they call that generational wealth type of get out. And that's something else we need to be on. Getting this generational wealth ready so that those coming up behind me will have a foundation. Real stuff. Solar tribalism, man. I tell you, I see that. I love that shit. I love how you did that. Salute to the Groove line. Groove chat, salute Big Bub. Right back to you, bro. Right back to you. And you know what? I want to say to S though, hey, young S, hey man, like I said, all due respect, and we appreciate you in the get out because you've been in here with us. You've been in here with us, man. So seeing you is like seeing family come up in here, man. You want us, and we want that to remain. We want that to remain to be the case. All right, bro. And like I said, in all due respect, there's no disrespect being generated or pointed in your direction. This go for everybody. We have to think better, bro. We have to think better. We think better, man. We speak better. We'll act better. When you know better, you do better. We should know better. That's all I'm saying to you, bro. You're more than welcome to come in and get out. All right. I just had a thought to just tell you that, bro. I don't want you to think no kind of way. I'm not gonna say feel no kind of way. I don't want you to think no kind of way that I'm ostracizing you or going in on you. No, bro. No, bro. You've been in this get down with us, man, for weeks. We appreciate you here. We appreciate your presence. Leave it here with us, man. Keep your presence with us, all right? But at the same time, let's understand what we need to do, y'all. We need to move on beyond the BS, y'all. It's a distraction. It is a waste of our time and energy, our focus. So much more, man, we could be discussing that we need to start discussing. That's all I'm saying, young brother. That's all I'm saying, all right? So peace and love, bro. Real spit. And then, as I said this, you dropped a comment, and I'm gonna read it. So, and it's okay, all right. So people should think. This is from S. People should think before speaking. People should think before speaking. Once words are said, they cannot be taken back. You would be so grateful if people forgive, but they don't forget. Hear you loud and clear, brother. All right. I was just talking to somebody the other day about unringing the bell. Once you hit that bell, they think, ding. You can't take that back. That bell is wrong. You cannot unring a bell. And actually, they use that in a lot of legal jargon and arguments in courts. You cannot unring a bell. So I respect that, man. I appreciate you saying it. That's the truth. That's the truth. Y'all up in here, man. On the Grind TV said that shoot first, tax exempt versus taxed. See, these are discussions, man. They're what we supposed to be talking about, man. So brothers know how to file the taxes correctly. How to, if they want to go, for that year or whatever, exempt, keep their money, man, or get taxed for it. I don't know. There's a lot my wife and our family talk about in terms of taxes. We're trying to find that out, that loophole. We ain't trying to get nobody nothing. Straight up. And if we give it to them, they're going to give it back. Them 3-letter people, not the FBI, but, the IRS. That's what we sit down and we try to research, because I think there is that does exist. It's just a matter of understanding the tax laws and getting to the point where we know how to utilize them laws to our benefit. We don't want to give nobody nothing, especially a thing from where they not part of this black community, man. Ain't no reason in the world we supposed to be giving them our money. A lot of these taxes they hit us with are unlawful. Income tax are only supposed to be used in the time of war, but they tax us. They tax with income tax. Yeah, check it out. I think I'm BSing. Go look it up. You know, so there that is. We need this knowledge, y'all. What it do, Milk? All right, bro. All right. It'd be good to see your get down, man. You do a reaction, man, about politics and financial literacy and stuff like that, man. I seen a couple of episodes you dropped just recently that had nothing to do with all this mess, all right? And I appreciated looking at that. But imagine, man, you start delving into that this financial literacy, man, these politics, these people that run this city that we're in, especially, who it's a whole lot to this, man. But my point is this, man, that'd be a good look, man. And I'm not saying make that transition right now. No, man, that's your call. You do that. But that would be something. Look here, man. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? You should. Yeah, you should, man. Hey, man, appreciate you in the get down, though, bro. What's on your mind, man? Say something to the people, man, because they see you like I see you. It's Milk TV, man. He up in the get down. Holla, bro. Holla. Boy, yeah, y'all go. Oh, and speaking, so Joe Farrow said, hey, Bubs, check out If We Must Die by Claude McKay. I just heard that name today. I was watching the Joe Rogan show, and his brother was on there speaking about, and I had this conversation, man. The brother was on there speaking about this myth about we being bought from Africa as slaves. And I'm telling you, and my wife will tell y'all that's some BS. I don't buy that for a second. That's not to say that slavery didn't exist for black folk, white folk first, Irish, British, Native Americans, and blacks, that, it didn't exist, on this continent. It did, and others. I just said, and what I trust this, man, in my being, my core, it wasn't that. We were already here. Whatever transpired took place to, got us in that situation. Not all of us, some of us, because some of us were left alone. We're a part of the first Congress, Transcontinental Congress of the United States. Black men were congressmen and senators. See, they don't tell y'all this. Something transpired, though. Something went down to where, boom, they shut that door and kicked most of them out. You know what I'm saying? And again, they allowed, they were free black freemen, and there were slaves. But I don't for a minute trust that we were brought over here on ships, man, as slaves. I just don't. For one, anybody, if you can, see if you can find one slave ship, for whatever reason, they could save everything else in the world. I promise they can mothball anything, man. One slave ship, one. I don't care where in the world you find it. Let me know. There's not one. They had a picture I seen maybe a year or two ago, said this was a slave. Where that ship at now? They say ship don't even exist. So I'm saying that to say, man, listen, I hear the brother, David, the brother's name is McKay. The brother was speaking about him on Joe Rogan, and he said what you just said, that book, we need to read Claude McKay. We need to read that book. We need to get aboard that book. That brother, he said that name. I'm on my way here on the freeway. Listen to Joe Rogan. They had this brother say, hey, man, we've been here. We've been here before anybody. Like I said last week, we building ships before they even knew that wood can float in the ocean like it do. Come on, man. They got artifacts. How the hell they got artifacts of ancient ships from Kemet, man, thousands of years ago in museums, actual ships, boats and shit. But you ain't got a slave ship. You ain't got one. Man, don't believe the hype, y'all. This is part of our problem. We're not paying attention. We're not focusing on the focus. So yeah, man, let's check that book out, man. We're gonna put that on the list of books to read. Claude McKay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. See, people know. Shoot first say, hey, facts, Joe, facts. Those are big those are big businesses in America. STEM is really the next level with AI and coding becoming billion-dollar industries, cyber security too. Now that might pertain to that, but anyway, he did mention Joe Claude McKay. Now, what you're talking about, I'm up on that too. Um, since we're speaking about that, I think we are having a conversation about it 2 weeks ago about melanin and how melanin now is the engine or will be in the very near future in for technology. Melanin, where they getting this shit from? Where they getting the melanin, to do these experiments, these test trials and all this stuff, man. What's going on? I don't know, man. I don't know. The world is changing right before our eyes, man. They're coding shit like DNA. Oh man, this shit's crazy, man. But it's real. It's crazy, but it's real. I'll time say every black should have life insurance. Yeah, real stuff. All right, this might be a good book too. On the Grind TV said to understand taxes and its formation, read Creatures of Jekyll Island. I think me and my wife watched that movie. And if I remember correctly, it had J.P. Morgan and all them in the movie. They were telling a story about this get out. I think Getty, J.P. Morgan for sure, and his cohorts, a couple other banker type dudes, man. If I remember correctly. So on the Grind, let me know if I'm on point with that. We watched that movie and it was very interesting. Now, you're saying the book, read the Creature of Jekyll Island, but there's a movie. And I'm telling you, it's related to what you're talking about. Check it out. Check it out. Milk say he's getting there, y'all. He's getting there. Hey, man, change don't hurt, man. Don't be afraid. Don't be scared of change, bro. You already made one transition. Shit, you made the hardest one of your life, I think, to some extent. Change, man, is good, man. Change is good, people. What Boss Claus said, he said, man, look, he had a fear of change because he didn't really understand the outcome. He didn't understand if he would fail at making, a change in his life, or if he would succeed to such an extent that it would destroy his life. You know, that's the gist of it. That's what I interpret from what he's saying. And I had to relate to that. There are certain changes there came a time in my life where certain changes made me pause, made my heart flutter, like, you know, but I was willing, you know what I mean? This the unknown. I'm down, especially in my life. I need to see what's better, you know? So, hey, man, don't worry about it. You'll get there. If that's really in your head to do, and you done some shit now. I heard you admit last week you the cause all this. Yeah, yeah, and you took that one on chin. So I salute you for that, man. Get your medals for that, man. S. S said, thank you, OG. I've been super frustrated with the Hoover community and online community in general for joining this buck circus when they should know better and deal with issues offline and in-house. Agreed. And I can go again. I'm not going to go out on a limb. I'm pretty sure that everybody in this chat and people who are not a part of it who will see this later will agree. None of us are happy with this, man. None of us. All right. So what we need to do, like I said, let's focus on the focus, y'all. Let's show them something different. Let's show them something different. Changes. Let's show them how change is good, man, especially when we know why we're making these changes, why these changes will benefit us, not hurt us. Let's get that. King Fatal 9 do say milk needs to be on Under the Groove. Man, look, that's milk call. Again, I've said it, and I mean what I say. Milk is a celebrity. That's fine. I don't care who you are. You have a story to tell, man. You want to come on this Get Down, man, and it's above board. We've been respectful and we've been mindful, man, that people are checking this Get Down out. And we want them, when they leave this Get Down or when it goes off, we leave them with something positive. More than welcome to come up here, man. Enough said. I go for a lot of people, like I said, bro. I don't discriminate, man, when it comes to our communities. When it comes to our communities, man, just come on. Keep it above board. That's all. Digital media empire. They were in the ghetto first. Facts. They were in the ghettos first. Facts. Man, they were in the barn sleeping with pigs and horses, and man had to show them about hygiene, man. About disease. But one for our people, man. You know what I'm saying? Black Death, the Black Death would have wiped, decimated them even worse than what it did. Blake Moody, man. This Swift, bub. I send mines, big bro. Hey, man, all love, homie. All love. I ain't heard from you in a minute. I hope everything is everything, bro. You stand above board, man. You taking care of yourself and those you love, homie. Keep focusing on the focus, all right, bro? All love. You can call me. All love. Milk in the comments, man. I appreciate that, Milk. He said, yeah, I've been having them thoughts. I'm trying to switch lanes and pretty much leave the street content alone. And blacks been in America over 10,000 years ago, Big Bub. You're a FBA foundational Black American. Oh, I forget. Duh, Sherlock. But tell me something I don't know. No doubt, bro. My whole family, my wife's family, we FBAs, man. Real spit. Yeah, real spit. And little do a lot of us know there's a certain treaty that cater to us. It's just a matter of tapping in to it, understanding it, to have it work for us, to the point where our social security numbers, anything they got, it disappears. There's a contract that exists. I was talking to a young brother about this before, and he said, no, that contract, it had to do with the British coming over to America because the Moors were here. When the Europeans got here, the Moors were already here. They worked out a contract, the Marrakesh Treaty. But you have to read it in depth. For those who are already here, like Mill said, the FBAs, and you could been, let's say your family got caught up in this that bondage trap or net. So what? You're still a FBA. And that don't make you coming here and them signing this, this amendment, the 14th Amendment, don't make you a FBA per se. It don't. That's just part of their cap. That's part of their cap. Man, you've been a native to this land. Your family been a native to this land since way before. The man said 10,000 years. I say longer. When you look at the Olmec statues in Mexico, South America, man, somebody really need to go and carbon date that stuff for real and stop letting other people carbon date stuff, man, so they can get a spin on it. That stuff is old, man. That stuff is old. You think that pyramids only exist in Kemet? Y'all do your research on the Grand Canyon. It's something there they've been hiding from us for a long time. A long time. You have mounds, or what they call mounds here, but very small pyramids in the United States of America, man. They're all over in South America. But that history, that knowledge, like I say, is kept from us for a reason. To enlighten you, to give you knowledge, man, means then that they fear that they'll lose power. I can't speak to that one way or another. We ain't got to that point yet. But yeah, man, come on, man. It's some real stuff, man. Euro heaven. Hey, look, now I'm gonna tell you like I tell everybody. It's appreciated, but we don't do that here. All right? We don't do that here. We're talking about these things we need to do: financial literacy, you know, understanding how the vote can work for us in Los Angeles and surrounding cities of Los Angeles. Um, you know, finding ways, man, to bring something together, man, so we can really have something for the youth. We got to get to the point where we're building foundations. Boss Claus have a foundation. He has an academy. He has it in Costa Rica. Fine. We can do that here, man. So when y'all talking about, you know, I don't, you know, get that, those funds should go to that. So that means then we have to start discussing ways and means to establish, to create foundations and academies for our children. You know, that's where that money's supposed to go, people. For real. I don't ask people for a dime. I'm not gonna ever do that. I'm not with that, man. I might sell a few t-shirts, okay, fine, but that ain't my hustle. I don't hustle the people. I've been there and done that. Been there and done that, man. Did good too. But that ain't to get down. I appreciate it and I love and respect right back to you. Uriel Heaven. Love and respect you for it. Don't do that no more. Tell you like I tell everybody, don't do that no more. What we need to do is establish something. We need to establish a trust fund or something, get together and create an academy for these kids, man. Create a foundation for these kids. And our tools and fuels, we start putting it in that. We put it in that and we got it locked to where can't nobody touch it unless the community say, go get it and let's use this. Now here's our finance. Here's our finance for our plan. No. Yeah, we didn't have a plan, but like we were just discussing, where's our finance to back it? Take these tools and fuels, people, and let's start, you know, let it mount up, let it grow, and put it in some type of trust where it can't be touched until the people say, okay, it's time to go get that, and we're going to use that with this plan we got for the communities. That's how that should work. Don't, you know, in all love and respect, all right? Real stuff. Yeah, real stuff. I ain't them, man. I promise y'all, I ain't them. I ain't never been no thirsty dude. I grew up poor. I grew up dirt poor. I can tell you the stories. Mean that. Mean that, man. No lights, no gas, no water. You know, no workable toilet. Sleeping on the floor. And you know, a lot of us had these stories. You know, I ain't never been thirsty. I was poor, homie. You know, I ain't never tried to outdo nobody. You know, never. You know, I don't do that to the people. I did some shit in my life I'm not proud of, man. I harmed the people more than I helped them, man, back in the day. You understand me? But I ain't never been no thirsty cat, man. You know, ever. To where I would do that, you know, in hustle and fleece the people. I ain't with none of that. I mean that, man. I mean that. I know poor. I know how hard it is. I know what it's like to not have some shit, man. And still wake up like, hey, man, today, it's going to be all right. I'm with it. So, you know, let's figure out how we do that. Let's figure out how we do that. And then stop giving y'all money away, man. Like I said, and I know it's for a good cause. I understand that. Let's work together. See, this was what we were talking about too a couple weeks ago. We have to get to the point where we start understanding who we need to work with. And we work with these individuals as a unit. No one has the authority over nobody else. It's all one or none. You get it? So when we talking about building a fund for something that's productive, again, the 5 P's, y'all. We got to start utilizing the 5 P's. When we got that, man, then we utilize that. But it can't get utilized. It can't be used or nothing if the community ain't on board. And there are ways to do this, y'all. They just tell us, they don't tell us that. They want us to always not trust one another. Oh, I ain't giving him no way. He gonna spend it on and give him some weed to buy my car. Then, yeah, man, we got them type of people. But don't leave your shit with, hey, man, me and my wife, we got life lessons, man, with people. You know, no few dollars in there, but hey, Them was lessons. Like, oh, okay, that'll never happen again. But we know now. We know better. There are certain things you can put money in and nobody can touch it. It's a purpose for it. And once that goal is reached, then these people go together and say, okay, man, the money never touches our hands. It goes to where it needs to go to get this thing up and running. Our tools and fuels need to be put to the side, man, until we get to the point where we understand where we can put this money in good faith, and be secure about what we do with our money. You know what I mean? That's what needs to be done. Don't get your money away, man. Don't do it. Don't do it. You like put that money towards something good, man, something positive. All right. I think I'm a good and positive brother, but I don't deserve that. I don't deserve that, man. My payment is right here, right now. It's my payment. Look at this chat, man. I love it. Joe Frost said, man, if we must die, let it not be like hogs hunted and pinned in an inglorious spot. Hold on, I got to read that properly. I'm sorry. I apologize, Joe Frost. Joe Frost says, man, if we must die, let it not be like hogs hunted and pinned in an inglorious spot, while round us bark the mad and hungry dogs, making their mock. That's what he said, making their mock at our accused lot. If we must die, oh, let us die nobly. Let us nobly die. Excuse me. I don't know who wrote that. To be quite frank. I know that's poetry in motion right there. I don't know who wrote that, bro, but I like it. If we must die, let it not be like hogs hunted and pinned in an inglorious spot, while round us bark the mad and hungry dogs, making their mock at our accused lot. If we must die, oh, let us nobly die. There you go, bro. Salute, bro. Give him his medals, people. So he said, poem about black peoples coming together. Y'all know, man. And I gotta say this, man. This time, right now, man, it's meant to be. Right now, this time, we got to get it. We in this moment for a reason, y'all. We in this moment for a reason. And again, yeah, we gonna have to fight to get our point across, to get to where we need to be as a people. All work. I look at I mentioned this last week, man, and a lot of brothers and sisters, I'm sure, are abreast of what's going on in the world. Africa, the youth, are not playing. They know poverty, man. They not thirsty. They just tired, man, of poverty. They tired of people BSing, man, messing over them. They got way less than what we got. They up against way more than what we up against. They're up against governments, their own governments that'll shoot them in the streets. You always do that too, but not on that scale. Man, I'm saying that to say, and they got social media. They got all kind of, they got drugs, they got everything, man. They got it too. You would wonder how, people in these countries with all the resources of the world, the world feed off Africa, but they have nothing. But you would wonder how they got access to this, how the drugs and how they, the guns and whatever else they going through like we go through. Get there. They got way less than what we got. And yet, man, they rising up, man, every day. Every day. They're not playing. I wonder, man, I have to wonder, when is enough going to be enough for us? When are we going to say enough is enough, man? Let's get our stuff together. Let's know what we're going after. Let's know why, we are coming together as a people. When? And somebody said in the chat, not in the chat, excuse me, but in one of the comments on, I made a comment and somebody's get out, man. I enjoyed, like I said, I watch positive stuff and I will comment in a minute, especially on positivity. But anyway, I made a comment about something, or I spoke and someone went in the comment and said, Man, I'm tired of you old dudes always, in just basically having something to say about something. And my response to him, well, if we don't, then who? Who? If we don't say nothing, who? Who's willing? Fact that, man, we ain't got enough G's speaking up. If we don't say anything, who will? Who's gonna step up, man? Stuff is serious, people. Shoot first says read. Shoot first says read. Into Egypt again with ships by Alicia Israel, and the ISIS Papers by Dr. Francis Cress Welsing. All right, good reads, especially the ISIS paper. Into Egypt again with ships. I haven't read. I must admit, I have not read that. Some good reads with sources. Okay, I'm gonna have to check that one out. That's something that go on my book list, man. All right, Pope Mitch, I see you, brother. All right. All love back to you. All love back to you, Perico. All love, bro. Appreciate you to get down too. Beach Boy 562. The Moors saved Europe. Beach Boy 562 just told the truth. The Moors saved Europe. They were in the dark ages, man. They were in the dark ages. Rome, Africa saved Rome from starvation and disease. People don't even know, man. They tell you about Rome. Oh, Rome was we got history, y'all, and we don't even know half of it. We may know a fifth of it. 1/5. Yeah, hey man, I'm thinking about that poem again. I dig that poem, brother. Appreciate that. Yeah, hey Lisa, we already said the spook sat by the door. Yeah, that one is gonna be a good one. That one is gonna be a good one. We own that one. Yeah, yeah. G Perico. Hey, bro, tap in with me. I'm telling y'all what the truth needs to be and what needs to be said in terms of the truth. We have to start linking up. We have to start, communicating. And for some of us, it could be through an email, it could be through somebody, your DM, man, on IG or whatever. But we have to start communicating, man. You know what I'm saying? Not just words, man, but these ideas, man. We have to start speaking with one another so we can get this information out there so that we can find solutions to start exercising, putting into effect. I know some people, man, and they every day in the streets trying to figure it out. Every day they trying to figure it out. Solid people, brothers and sisters. And I said the other day, I'm not too much with. I'm not necessarily against nonprofits. I just think that nonprofits has to serve the community better. And I'm not saying the individuals who run them are the problem. That's not what I'm saying. But that could be said. It's who provide the nonprofit. Who provides the nonprofit? You know, um, NAACP in the Urban League, like I said, and I said this just the other day, they were, black concepts, black ideas for the community, for the people. And then people came a knocking and say, we're gonna fund you. Before long, they took over the whole apparatus. It was no longer their child, their baby to raise. You know what I mean? They were committed now, to deal with people who want to get bread so that, they can actually take this thing and turn it on its ear, to take its integrity, make it weak, you know. It's a whole lot of that in history, y'all. A whole lot, But I said all that to say we got some good people out there, man, in all these communities who do the work. All right. We want to support them. I think we should. But we want to support them, and we should go to support them with the understanding that this is why we're doing it, and this is what, in case this is not happening, this you should consider this being a part of this get down. You know, um, with that, we like some of us would like to see those tethers cut, see those nonprofits separated from the establishment, so to speak, and then held up, um, provided for, and supported by the people. Because it's the people, that's the people's stuff, man. We're supposed to be involved in that, 10 toes down. However we get there, man, you got to support it and get people out of our business. It's part of our problem. We let everybody in our business. Everybody know everything about us. We have no secrets. Maybe that's how we are as a people. I don't know. We are loving people. You know what I'm saying? Kind of carefree in a lot of ways, But at this stage, at this time in life, we need to buckle down, man. We need to get it done. And we need to get it done with each other, nobody else. We need no alliances, allegiances right now, but ourselves. We don't need any strategic allegiances or alliances with anybody, anyone but ourselves. You know, that's just the fact of the matter. You know, we have to get our house together first. And we hear it in the chats all the time hey man, don't worry about get your yard right, which is true. Get your yard right. We got to get our yard right. Then get our community right before we want to go to any other sector or demographic, and say, hey, what we want to have a strategic allegiance with you, alliance, alliance with you, no, no, get our stuff together so that we don't have to go to nobody else, man, for whatever. We owe that to ourselves. We owe that to our ancestors. They did it. They did it on their terms. They didn't make alliances with people, man. Nah, nah. They would, man. Look, man. The history shows and told it. They would go and they would sign. Them people had signed contracts with us, and it's by this book. This how we getting down. Oh, hey, we ain't messing with you, but we benefit. You get what we give you as a result of this, But we're not really partners, Real shit. Appreciate you though, brother. Getting to the chat, man. Love to see you more often in the get down. Not only that, man, but come on, man, and enlighten us, man. Enlighten us with an experience you had, man, that changed your mind, changed your life, even. We want to hear that. That's what this is about. It's called touching bases with the people. All right. We're touching bases with the people. The chat is hot and heavy, man. I appreciate it every time we do this. Okay, so G Rock asks, excuse me, y'all. Bub, what's your opinion on Black Americans boycotting African businesses? See, we have this. I don't care if from Africa or the United States, man. Black people got these issues about themselves. We always want to separate Crip, blood, who, gangster, we always want to separate African American, whatever. We fail to realize that we've all been affected by the system. We've all been affected by the system. A lot of us do a lot of things that are misguided, that are wrong, that are mistakes. We come on, man. We can all tell the stories, man, about our experience. We made some mistakes. People make mistakes. I think the sister shouldn't have never got up there and said what she said. You want to go to war? If you want to go to war with your people, ain't we got enough war? Now look, we got it already. See, this is how they see shit. They think it's always divide and conquer, man. So she come from the motherland to this land, and already she has a different outlook about people who look just like her. Don't that sound familiar? who look just like her. And, another thing, man, we hear about, our community, we don't do business right sometimes. People are complaining about the business, the money that they're spending. They're not getting what, my mom used to say, boy, you get what you pay for. I had to learn some stuff from that, that statement. My wife would tell you, I'm the type of dude, I'm not giving you nothing until I get my goods. Let me see what it do. Hey, man, that's going to be a problem. Because if I get my money, I don't like it, that's still going to be a problem. But you get what you pay for. You know what I mean? So if I'm willing to go pay this individual who's offering a service, and I either know ahead of time that sometimes it's shabby or it ain't above board, or while I'm in the process of getting this service, something ain't right about it, and I don't stop right then. No, we're not doing this. Then you have to be accountable to some extent. I don't necessarily hold look, man, we've been affected, bro. I don't care where we come from, what region of the world we come from. We as a people have been affected. We've been treated so poorly, so atrociously, man, that this is what we do to each other. This is how we treat each other, because this is how we've been treated. Now I know she done got on and apologized only now because it's affecting her livelihood. And that's how we be sometimes. Fat meat ain't greasy until it really affects you. Till we realize, the fat meat is greasy. Damn, I fucked up. Excuse my French, people. But I think that, again, man, it's the nature of the beast, man, that we're exhibiting. We are exhibiting the nature of the beast, man. That's it. That's the only way I can explain it. I'm sitting up there talking about Africa and how they trying to change, how they're trying to change the way of living, their way of life, and they're working on it. They're dying over there right now, just to change some stuff, And here we are, over here. We ain't got care in the world. We don't have a care in the world, man. We talking about, this old witch, she braided my hair, and then no, but ain't no, we don't know how to be civil with each other. It's the nature of the beast, man. This is how we conduct ourselves. We just like they would do us. We do each other the same way. I hate to see this stuff, man. I do. I hate to see this stuff, man. But that's that sister. Now imagine all the other the owners of shops that sell hair, do nails, and how they treat sisters. They got to. Why that didn't get? You might see sprinklings of it, but that don't get the attention they need to get. And sisters and brothers don't be up in arms, and they shut that thing down. We're not doing nothing with them. Again, man, we've been affected, man. We've been affected. We treat each other like they've been treating us, man, for however long they've been in power. I don't know, man. I hate to see it, bro. That's what I can say. And my opinion is it shouldn't have happened. But we can say that it's easy to say it. I can say that easy, but I understand the dynamics, the psychosis, the issues, the mental behind this, man. It's a lot at play, bro. Yeah, we hate to see that stuff, but it is. It exists. Beach Boy 562 said history is his favorite subject, especially Black history. That's gonna go a long way, man. We gonna need some insight from you. And I love history, and I'm not as tight in history as I should be. Man, I'm pretty sure there are brothers and sisters on this get down right now that can lace me and tell you, man, I need to be laced. Financial literacy is another one. We work on. I need to be better. More. I need to be sharper about. So it's just not history, man. It's finances, man. It's politics, man. It's society, man. It's a whole lot. It's just, our lives. We need to become sharper about or with. Mm. Yeah, Beach Boy 562 said, absolutely. We have to learn to love and acknowledge each other as being them people. Mm. All right, Hoover Street, you got your book. And I wanted to speak on that too, you guys. To get down, man. Know thyself. All right. This is the book. This is what we're going to start with. Um, the books are arriving just based on what I've seen with Hoover Street. He got his copy today. Hopefully others are waiting on their copies or have them. So that today is Thursday, Tuesday. We set it up, and we set it up with the Zoom address for those who want to participate. Go in there and let's get it on, man. One thing I want to be mindful of, I just want to say out front, let's be respectful in terms of we're not going to speak over somebody because they have an opinion or a different interpretation. All right. Let's just be respectful, and let's see, man, if we can get to one accord. Now that would be spectacular. I'm not going to say phenomenal, but that would be spectacular because phenomenal. Our people have been on one accord before. Throughout history, so that wouldn't be nothing new. And that wouldn't be a phenom or some phenomenal, but it would be spectacular. Get the book, you guys. Tuesday, we setting it up. Zoom is going to be ready. We'll have space for 100 people. Imagine that. Imagine that, man. And I get you. I bet you this much. They'll follow. They'll want to do that too. Cool. Let them do it. But I'm looking forward to it. So let's say by Tuesday, everybody got their literature. They have that book. Thursday, when we come in, it's going to be dedicated. Thursday will be dedicated to the Zoom. We'll have it to where people can, check the Zoom out. You know what I'm saying? But everybody who don't come in, they can still, check out to get down the exchange, and the chat will still be open. We'll do it like that. All right. But Tuesday, man, let's hope everybody got their stuff, man. Like I said, it's a short read. And man, again, it's very insightful. It's very insightful. It's very insightful. Yeah, man. I can't wait to get this thing up and running. So Tuesday, people, let's get it going. All right, let's get it going. You got a week to read this book, man. Just get a bar of this, man. Get a bar of this. I don't want to put the cart before the horse, but I gotta say this: book number 2 will be The Spook That's Set by the Door, because I think it's relevant. A lot of us think it's relevant. It's very relevant. But yeah, let's get it going, man. Let's get it going. I'm very excited about this stuff, to tell you the truth. All right, this question for the chat. He just hit me with one, and I swear I think I know. But anyway, Domain McCorvey asks, why is the penny brown? Why is the penny brown the color it is? Somebody want to answer that? Hey, Lorraine, salute to you too, sister. Salute to you too, sister. How you doing today? All right, all right. Beach Boy 562 say, bruh, you're like a breath of fresh air. It's refreshing to hear some wisdom with all this BS going on YouTube. Hey, man, everything, I'm telling you, this is the moment for you that are just coming in to get down, man. You have to look at, I think, I trust that when I come into something new, it's for a reason. A lot of us, man, we experience stuff, we don't research, we don't investigate why. You know what I mean? I had to do that. I had to, took years to decades for me to get to that point. Okay, man, stuff just don't happen just because. There's a reason for everything, people. And some of those hardest to understand, hardest to find reasons or explanations to some things are the ones that open us up the most. You know what I mean? How you shit, synopsis back, popping, you know, that mind, that third eye start opening up. There's a reason for every bit of this, man. For every bit of this, every comment, anybody just saying anything, go beyond the comment. Understand your reason for being, man, in this moment, you know? So, hey, bro, every time I come, it's like, boom, I love it. I ain't gonna lie. I just love coming talking to the people, man. And I want to invite somebody to just come and hang out, man. And we do this thing together, man. And let's open it up. Like I said, I would like to have different guests every now and then. Just come on, man. Let's chop it up. Let's touch bases with the people. Not the good old people, the people, man. The people whose comments mean a whole lot to other people. Conversation going on, I ain't got to say nothing, man. They'll do it. This is what people do, especially our kind. We know how to chop it up. We know how to communicate. Just as a lot of us, man, we forgot. A lot of us, men, are reluctant because of experiences we had, you know. But we got to get over all this stuff, man. You know, change is now, right now. That might be the reason you're being here. Change some things to help change some things. Power it forward, man. So appreciate you coming, bro. Knowledge Self 100. Bub, you remind me of the cats back in New York. Knowledgeable brothers. You ever been to the East Coast 5%er type knowledge? No, I haven't, man. And I've always heard stories of them brothers, man. Them brothers could spit to you about the universe. I'm telling you, that always intrigued me. I ain't gonna lie, man. It just always intrigued me, man, the knowledge these brothers had, you know. But I have to say, you know, it's a lot that go on in my mind, man. A lot of shit I used to do in prison. And I've had a few cellies, you know, and don't get me wrong. And they would come in the cell when they first come in, and the first thing they see, I have my so when you come in the cell, and most of these cells, level fours, you come through the door, there's a toilet, you know, on your right side, and on the left, you may have about 4 feet of wall, then a locker. And then after the locker, you got about 3 feet of wall. So the cell in and of itself might, well, anyway, Salinas Valley, level 4, them cells were kind of bigger than normal cells, you know, the regular cells. Anyway, long story short, I had on the other side of the locker what I called the wall of knowledge. And hey, man, I don't know why, man. One day I just start, you know, drawing the constellations and stuff, you know. And then I said, okay, man, the periodic table. And so I just, you know, and dudes would come in the cell and see that and look, hey, man, what you on? Ain't you from Hoover? Hey, yeah, hey, homie, what's going? Hey, homie, I just think this is what's really happening, homie, you know. You know, I used to tell the homies, man, we need to just, I don't care from A to Z, try to just 5 things in every alphabet. Just try to know 5 things in every A word. One thing would be enough. But them brothers that have always intrigued me with their knowledge of shit, man. You know, real spit, man. We got scholars amongst us, man. Scientists. We wasting away. Living unfulfilled lives, man. This shit is crazy. How many of us could have been whatever the hell we chose to be had we known better? Has somebody been there to tell us better at that time? You feel me? So then you know, I can't help but think at that time it wasn't meant to be. It wasn't meant for me. It wasn't meant to be for me to get that understanding about knowledge at that time back then. You know, it's like now count more than what it could have did back then for me, my understanding of it. This moment, I'm supposed to be here right now, you know, talking about the minute shit I'm talking about, bro. But it's so heavy, it's so large, man. It's monstrous. That much I know. That much I know, man. This is some heavy stuff, man, we going through. I just wish I was more knowledgeable. I just wish I was. I wish there was on platforms, 100 other platforms just like this, and brothers spitting, and we trying to decide which one to go to because the day is just hot, man. It's heavy. Oh my God, he talking about, and we changing. We got 2-3 laptops. Everybody, that type of get out. I've always been fascinated with knowledge, man, and brothers who are knowledgeable. That's respect to me, man. I get that. I give it. Shit, real stuff, bro. Yeah. All right, y'all. I'm on. Yeah. Fucking fight, man. Excuse me, y'all. We in a fight for our very existence. Mean that. And it ain't like y'all think. We won't cease to exist like, y'all might be thinking, some might think like they just gonna kill us all with bullets and bombs. It's more intricate than that. It's more sinister. For our very existence. These people are using melanin and technology now. Where they getting that shit from? How the hell you synthesizing melanin? Something going on, and we're not the wiser, homie. We supposed to be wise to this stuff because it's our stuff. No one else has it. Right now, homie, we supposed to be here having these discussions. Everything in these chats, everything that you guys are saying is supposed to be said right now today. Seem to be 100 people up in here listening to this. They catching it. Young brother Trigg say, if I catch just one, if I could just get one, I'm cool. Pac said, man, it only take one. Only take one, spark the flame. 100 of y'all up in here. 100 of y'all times 100. Times 100 more. What y'all saying, especially when it's positive, solid, profound. They reading that. You're aiding to the growth, mental growth for individuals, man. Deep shit to me. I ain't gotta be. I'm just telling you like it is. Deep shit to me. This deeper to me than homies sitting down in the back of the four apartments talking about gang stuff that was just the shit to hear. When I heard it back then, I felt a certain kind of way. I thought it's, womb pumped up. That don't even compare to what we talking about now. It just don't. It's on some greater shit, man. It's on a whole nother world, homie. I love to see us go to that world. We in the halls of power. I want to see us on that world, in that world, living in that world, man. That's just it, man. I ain't the only one, though. I ain't the only one. Pope Mitchell, man, I saw you today, and like I said, I appreciate you. Keep it up, bro. Keep pushing. Lamuyu Leong, I hope I said that right. Hey, Bub, I got a question, a little off topic, a street community. How did the Hussein Alliance start from back in the day, historical? Back in the day, historical. I wasn't there actually when it started, but I got some guys, man, that was there when it started, and we bros. Just spoke to a couple of them the other day. Tanner, all love and respect, homie. Rob Dog, all love and respect, man. Them two being you. Hey, man, Duck, where you at, boy? Ain't seen Duck in a minute, man. Hey, but that's a story they could probably better tell because, like I said, I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? I just knew that these was our brothers. These was our brothers, man. You know what I mean? There's a lot of history with Hoover and Insane. Always been our brothers, man. Always been our brothers, man. I respect them to this day. Straight up, man. And them brothers are solid. or however that started. Maybe somebody will come in the comments that helped start that, or that idea of Hussein, man, and give you that understanding, that knowledge. I can't. I was not there. You know, I was not there. That's just like when the criminal element started. I had just left 4800, or left the module back to the pen when that started. You know what I mean? So I wasn't there, but I knew the individuals that had something to do with it. It wasn't one individual who did it. And I'm just saying it's just as a matter of historical clarification. There were three that did it, not one. You know, but the Hussein thing, I wish I knew. Matter of fact, but the hope is somebody will tell us that, because that's good to know. It's a little bit of history, man. It's a little bit of who history, man. Insane history. Okay, what was it? Okay. Um, going on YouTube, yeah. All right. Lorraine should say hit that like button, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Yes, people. Yeah. Let's do our part, man. Let's make this thing right, man. Not only that, like I say, this ain't just for Under the Groove to do, man. And I mean that. And I've been saying it. I don't know if a lot of y'all actually went way back and seen some of the first stuff I did. I said it, man. I say, man, brothers need to come in and do this and do it for the right reasons. Because my understanding of this, man, especially when brothers come together and they're doing something positive, it would change things, man. And again, change for some might be something they're not ready for. Might be why you see it happening like it's happening. But change is always gonna be good. All right, man. I just got a text. The wife said, "What you doing? Where you did time to go?" I wanted to read a couple more, and I'm outie, man. I love you guys. Um, it is what it is, man. In terms of this get out, and in that is what it is the fact that it is bringing people together, touching bases with the people, man. Don't get no better than that. It don't get no better than this, man. Well, it will. It can and it will. But this right here, this is the initial stage of this get out. This the jump off, man. All right. Touching bases with the people, man. All love and respect. All love and respect, man. For everybody in the chat and for those in the future who's gonna come. We expected you. We expected you. You know what I'm saying? Real spit, man. Hey, Austin, Texas, I see you, man. So Austin, Texas, answer that question about the penny. Copper looks like brown, but it ain't brown. Just as well that bronze is not gold. So he's saying, are you saying it's copper? That's what gives it its color, right? Opposite direction of the other coins. Haha. The penny. Why is it brown? Is it less? Is it worth less? Well, it is. It's a penny. Everything else is supposed to be like silver or something like that, right? But who she say opposite direction of the other coins? Yeah. All right, man. All right. Hey, number love, man. Like I say, Milk, I appreciate you coming in to get out, man. I appreciate the comment you laid down, man. That's some tight stuff. We hope that with your change, man, comes a lot more positivity, brother. Um, those things that matter, not just positivity, man. We want to see you, man, be prosperous, you know, bring more productivity to your get down, man. And then aid and assist the posterity. Those are the young ones in the community that need guidance, need understanding, need to be laced and heard, need to hear what's need to be heard so that they can function, I'm saying, in such a way or in a space that's good for them, man, and everybody around them. The last man is the people. So, hey, Milkman, do your thing, man, and hope we hope that you're successful at doing it, man. Way more successful at that than you been with reaction videos, bro. All right, we looking forward to you bringing something positive to the table. All right, in all seriousness, bro. All right, real stuff. Love and respect, homie. Right quick, first said melanin is in everything. They're using it for satellites in space so they won't burn from radiation. But did you know everything from people? But did you know everything from people, pets to plants have melanin? Yeah, there are certain degrees of melanin. Let's be, let's be straight up about that, man. I can understand why they would use it in satellites with all that radiation, because once you get in space, you're that much closer to the stars and the sun. That's cool. I get that part. Uh, there's there's no other race with this level of melanin than black people. You know, in the darker you are, supposedly the more melanin you have. You know what I mean? Um, I Yeah, plants have it. I forget the exact name for plants, what they call it. It'll come to me. Animals have it. You tell by the hair. The dark hair. You know what I mean? Stuff like that, brown hair. You get that. Um, people, pets, the plants have melanin. I'm gonna do a lot. You know what? That's what I'm gonna do. I've actually got some in my where I store a lot of my stuff on melanin. I'm gonna have to go read up on that some more, or read it again, just so I make sure I'm speaking. What's right, what's correct, precise. All right, Desert Living, man. He said about to spin the block, my boy. Pray for me. Listen, man. Take care of yourself, brother. Take care of yourself, man. You got to take care of yourself better than anybody else could. Or you can have pray for you, anybody you can have praying for you that you take care of yourself. Prayers are cool, but you got to take care of yourself, bro. You got to do that. All right. Yeah. All right. There that is, man. Hey, Pope, man. Inspiration, homie. Inspiration, man. To be inspired, that means there's some form of growth about to take place, homie. You about to go. Let it go, homie. Don't worry about it. Do you. Make it good, though. Make it positive. Make it something that people can use, man. All right. You take care of yourself, brother. I'll talk to you soon. Hey, Lorraine, you be safe. Who love? Love you, all right? Take care of yourself. All right, Austin, man. You stay blessed as well, man. Take care of yourself and your family, man. Make sure, man, everything is everything with each and every one of you, man. Like I say all the time, if you can't not love yourself, can't love me, you can't love nobody that you profess to love around you, man. It just don't work like that. Love is this thing, man. Like say it's a verb. It really is. For you to love yourself, man, it's gonna show. It's going to show in the thoughts you have, which generate through the words you speak and the actions that you employ, that you use. Hey, man, you loving yourself in such a way, man, you're going to keep yourself out of BS. But at the same time, you're going to love yourself enough to know that I got to spread this love to those who need it most. A lot of our people need love, man. I ain't going to say a hug or nothing like that, but a lot of us need love. And in order to be able, man, to push that forward, like I said, you have to love yourself. You have to love yourself in such a way, in such abundance that it emanates from you, man, and it's yours. It's yours to give. Whoever, it's not even yours to give. They're gonna get it. They're gonna get it. They're gonna have it. They're gonna be a part of that love, part of that energy, that or all that, man, that matter. I'm saying that to say, man, take care of yourselves, man. Take care of each other. All love, man. Peace and blessings to each and every one of you, man. Appreciate you guys coming into the Get Down. There's no Get Down like this. Not down. It might, they're coming though. And again, that's what we want. Let them come. Let them come. You people take care of each other, man. Take care of yourself, all right? You have, you are, and you will be under the groove. Power is in the people. Peace and blessings, everybody. Peace and blessings.